This video clip is me starting to take Tornado out into the field outside of the round pen. And what started to happen was that some of his old behaviors of deking out one side or the other, or getting a bit wound up, and what used to turn into a total tantrum was starting to happen. Just the beginning parts of the behavior. So here is me trying to find a way to redirect when that starts to happen. So I'm happy with him walking nicely on a long rein, and he seems quite relaxed. Here you see the tail start to flick, and he's getting a little more anxious. I'm wanting to go left, and he's decided to go right. So I brought him to a halt, and I rewarded him for stopping. And here you see a little about his tension nipping at the girth area. So I'm just rewarding him for standing quietly. I've asked for a down, that's why he put his head down, which is a new trick. And we're just chilling out. And now I ask again for him to go left, and he does quite happily for a couple of minutes, and then you see him start to drift right again. So again, I stop him. I'm asking him to stop for a little bit longer because I don't want to train a chain where he gets doing something that I don't want. I stop him and then he gets rewarded. So I want him to stand for a little bit. And here he's very nicely standing quietly. So I'm happy about that. And I will accept that for sure as an alternative to what he was doing. And now he accepts going left, which is the direction that he wouldn't go before. So that's also a good outcome. Coming up to this point is another area that he would always deke out to the right and go towards the fence line. And you can see it start to build right now. So again, I stop him, give him a treat for stopping. And now I ask him to proceed on our path again, and he does it really well. Here we're getting into another tricky part. So he's starting to go to the right, getting more tense, and kind of heading towards the barn area is what he's doing right now. So again, I stop, reinforce the halt, redirect. He starts to drift again. I stop again. And now I just circle him the other way to avoid the conflict around the drift and walk on. A down cue. I'm really pleased with this. He actually has never stood before with his head not up, down and relaxed. So the fact that he just offered that, I was very pleased about. And I've gotten off to adjust his saddle, which is drifted to the side. So now I'm back on, and we're again having a directional discussion. I want to go right, and he wants to go left. So we stop and do the routine of rewarding for stop. Stand for a minute. I ask him again, and he goes left and circles around really nicely to head back out. So this time I opt to just let him go in the direction that he wants to go and just circle back around the reverse round pen, and I reward him for doing that quietly and nicely. Just to give some context to this ride today, Tornado is a pony that is typically very reactive, or has historically been very reactive, would throw in huge spooks, and would also just get extremely confrontational if we had any disagreement about direction. So he would really have meltdowns about it. So the fact that all of this is staying pretty much under threshold or at the edge of it, I'm really pleased about. Here he's done a really nice walk around, and we're coming up to the point where we'll have a disagreement again, and we do. And instead of rewarding, I just stop him and then ask again, and he turns left, which I was really pleased about. So I just got off, jackpotted him, and that was the end of the ride.